Hi there. You know, my dog Sammy wanted you to know about the new Lewis Black box. This is the most comforting thing I have ever come up with because I know how many of you always wonder, where's Lewis today? Well, I'm going to be right here.
Go fuck yourself!
Every day. Me and my dog Sammy, who wanted you to know about this black box. And now you do. It's your lucky day.
Are you fucking shitting me? Unfucking leave. Don't be stupid, shithead.
This could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
Hello and welcome to the 260th edition of Lewis Black's Rantcast entitled March Madness. I'm calling it March Madness not because this is the time of year that we have the incredible, at least for me, NCAA basketball tournament. Unbelievable. Ever since I went to the University of North Carolina, which kind of hooks you on it like heroin, like it's a heroin addiction, I have been obsessed with this tournament, and because I have this, and you can still hear it, the virus that won't die, much like the presidency that continues on and on and on, and not that he should die, but unbelievably, this is, you don't call, it's just, I start and my brain goes into 32 different directions, and it's literally taken. It's like my brain is an egg, and this is my brain on the headlines in the newspaper. I mean, how am I supposed to remain sane? How are any of us supposed to remain sane? You know what helps? The NCAA basketball tournament, which I've been able to distract myself from, but only to a point. All right, it's not madness. All right. What is occurring when I'm watching that is the one of the sanest things I watch in my life, especially now, because it's on one level it's an extraordinary distraction from real madness, which continues day after fucking day after fucking day after fucking day after fucking day. Okay, with no one stepping up. It's just kind of like blither and blather. You go to airports are out of control. Well, we can't figure it out because just do it. All right? Just fucking do it. All right? It's we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna send an ICE in tomorrow. Oh, that's gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna go in and start killing people online. Oh, Lewis, you're cracking me up. It's unbelievable. All right, let's send in people who don't know what they're doing for the job that they're supposed to be doing to do a job that they have no idea of how to do. It's just incredible. That'll make me feel safer. That'll make me feel safer about what why don't you just announce to whoever has been, radicalized by this our newest excursion, they're lining up to go to the airport now. I can assure you, if ICE walks in, okay. The airlines, it's a lifeblood of our business. Okay, everything is falling the fuck apart. You gonna take it one step further, huh? And destroy. There's no reason for this. None. Well, we want to know. Okay? That's vital. Get them out there. Get them an income. Or if you're not going to get an income, then you take the income of all those idiots in Congress and send them their checks. Okay, and it'll barely cover them, but that and some food stamps, maybe SNAP benefits. Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's madness. And then meanwhile, he's all thrilled because, as he said in his Truth Social, unbelievably, Truth Social, what planet are we on? You couldn't even write it in terms of a comedy. And you couldn't come up with something that insane. God damn it. So Robert Mueller, who was assigned to investigate him, picked. He didn't all of a sudden pop up and go, you know what I really want to do here in retirement is to investigate the relationship of Russia to the election of Donald Trump. All right? He didn't want, he's asked to do it. You know I did it? Because he's a patriot on his own level, and he feels the need for service, and they asked him to do it because they trusted him. And Donald Trump's reaction after the man passes away, because he doesn't have one lick, not one lick of common decency, and I fucking am sick of it. And these people don't stand up and go, you shouldn't be saying this. Think it. You're allowed to think it. Shit for brains. Robert Mueller just died. This is what he said. He printed, and he had to print it. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. He didn't set out to hurt anybody, you idiot. He set out to do an important investigation, to find out about Russia. God damn it. It's just beyond my comprehension. And then I noticed for the first time, because I don't spend a lot of time looking at these at this stuff, that it's at the end he always signs it. He signs it. He in his Truth Social. It's president spelled in regular print, capital P, small r Resident. Okay, and then in bold and black letters, in capitals, no less, Donald J. Trump. President Donald J. Trump. What fucking, seriously, folks? That doesn't tell you something is fucking wrong with him? Huh? Doesn't have, let's say there is nothing wrong with him. Let's just say it would be nice to have someone who had a respect for the fucking office. And now they're going to print a coin, a gold coin. Son of a bitch. You know, it's a commemorative coin while he's still alive. Nobody has collected more shit while they're still alive. All right? God damn it. It is beyond my fucking comprehension how this is occurring. It's beyond it. And then he handed out Floorshimes. I forgot this last week. Floorshimes to a whole bunch of the guys that he really likes. And because he could figure out what shoe size they have. And Mario Rubio's walking around in shoes that are too big for him. Okay? Too big. And he did. Nobody pays it. Nobody says, you know, these fucking shoes are too big. Okay? Stop it. My dog is barking in the background. Sammy is upset. Okay? He wants to run for office. I told him today, nope, you can't. You're a dog. And that's the result. Okay? Son of a bitch. I'm going to be back. I got to go take him for a walk. Seriously. Before he loses his mind and I lose mine. And we'll go on with this. We're about halfway through it. I've got a game to watch. Okay? After I walk Sammy. And once again have to try to really make him realize he's not going to be able to run for the presidency. It's really sad. You know, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for, a dog to be president or even another species to be president of the United States. I don't know why we don't have maybe another party, the zoological party, the animal party, whatever. Variety of maybe a hamster, a baboon. Maybe I think in the end, the animals should be born and raised here in the United States, or at least if brought in to the United States, if born here, even though the parents came in, if the animal is born here, that it should be naturalized and be able to run for office, I think. I'm not sure if Sammy should be able to run because he's a puppy, but don't tell him I said it. Don't tell him, because it'll upset him, especially after that little speech I made about it. But I had some time to think about it, and how could it be worse? How could it be worse? Huh? Even if my dog, a puppy, was running the country, tell me how it could possibly be worse. I don't think we'd be at war with Iran or whatever it is that this is, because it's not really declared, and he's just going in there and pounding him with his fist. And Pete Hegseth every day, well, we're getting him, this is the hardest we've ever hit him. Nope, today's the hardest we ever hit him. Today's the hardest day. Every day it's harder and harder and harder, because Pete's as hard as it could be. Pete is all about the hard. Unbelievable. It's just, and meanwhile, the stuff comes back, and but then they did this, and then they did that, and then they did that. I don't even remember. I'm wondering if I even said this when I was finished in the last edit there. I don't know if I said this the other day. I could have. I don't know. I do know that an animal couldn't be worse. Nah, not even close. You know why? Because the price of oil wouldn't have changed, and there would not be nuclear weapons being made, even though he said that, he destroyed these, and he didn't destroy them, and they're there, and everybody's showing us that they're there, and they didn't do what they said they did, because they never tell us anything that is as closely resembles the truth, even closely, except that it's going to be the best and most beautiful. Nothing like this ballroom. Woo! Gonna be just spectacular. Dog wouldn't have built the ballroom. Dog would have left the White House the way it was. A garter snake would have. Okay? Son of a bitch. It just is, it's insane, and it's complete madness. It's just complete madness. And I will find it's too much. Okay, I had to take a little bit of a break there because Sammy was overhearing what I was saying, and you may hear him say, there he is again. Now he's upset, and there's nothing I can do. He wants to run for office. He believes it's his right. He thinks he can do a better job, and who am I to say he's not? Or any number of animals out there. Any number. As I walk my dog every day, see all of the other dogs out there. Yeah, Kathleen's cats. Who's to say? Who's to say that her kittens can't do a better job? We've got a whole cabinet. She's got the whole cabinet. Not the sake of, seriously. Replace Mario Rubio. Marco, whatever his fucking name is, because I'm really in a blitz here. I'm so fucking tired of it. Boy, we're going to really, and what I was talking about before in terms of this was the enriched uranium, which he said he blew up. Because they had the enriched uranium, and that was going to do everything. That was going to make the difference, boy. And they really did the job on that. I just, and now we're going to subsidize them again, or whatever it is, because that was yesterday news that we were going to put them back on a subsidy. I mean, the whole thing is, and that there was no work done, none. They just decided to do it, and they did it. Now we're stuck with it. It didn't even, not even if you break it, it's yours. It's you broke it before you even got to the fact that you were good. You broke it before you broke it. You broke us. Okay? Before you broke it. It's extraordinary. Here's the other day, Saturday, give you an idea of where we're at. The U.S. steps up airstrikes to try to reopen Strait as Iran chokes oil flow. How could they do that? How could they do that? He spoke of, this is Pete Hegseth speaking, he spoke of overwhelming force in the U.S. military, unmatched ability to rain death and destruction from above on its apocalyptic Iranian flows. He issued a call to the American people for a specific kind of wartime prayer. He asked them to pray for victory in battle and the safety of their troops every day on bended knee with your family and in your schools and your churches in the name of Jesus Christ. Well, there's a... Wait, this is... What, this is the Crusades? Huh? Seriously? No. Boy, this is the kind of thing, and then they started up again. You know, really, people criticized him for it, and rightfully so. Okay, and I'm not going to sit here and go through the analysis of it because I didn't got the time and the energy, and it's not worth it. Okay, there's a separation of church and state, and certainly should be a separation of church and the Department of Defense. Jesus, huh? That's a word that we Jews use at times. To describe our irritation. Listen to my dog barking, huh? That's how nuts things are. My dog is making a speech in the other room, practicing. God damn it. It's stepping up airstrikes to try to reopen the strait, and that's on Saturday, okay? Why? Because they didn't plan on the fact that it would be closed and the price of oil would be on the rise. Then the Pentagon restrictions on press unconstitutional, a judge rules. Really, a federal judge on Friday ruled that the Pentagon's restriction on the news media violated the First Amendment. Yeah, okay, got it? Don't get to do it. They did it in Vietnam. They tried to pull that shit? No, you don't get to do it. We get to find out what the fuck's going on so that we know what's going on, so that we can make somewhat intelligent choices about what should be done when we go in to vote. If we're going to vote for somebody who got... If we don't know, then we are fucked. And now we're taking away our history, and now we're taking away the knowledge of the moment. All right? It's beyond... Trump friend in custody fight asked ICE to hold ex-partner. That's all you need to know. I'm not going to read the article. Going to finish with a couple of things here because I'm done. And because Sammy needs another walk. Why? Because he is so pissed. Okay? He is enraged by this. My fucking dog. My fucking sheepdog poodle mix. All right? There he goes. Unbelievable. And I'm going to let him, and I'm keeping it on the... I'm not going to fucking edit him out. Nor am I going to do this again. He's got every right to express himself. Okay? If we can't, at least the animals still can. Wow. The Washington Post reported that the Pentagon had barred all press photographers from briefings on the Iran war because several outlets published photos of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth speaking in a March 2nd briefing that his staff deemed unflattering. They published photos that his staff deemed unflattering. Oh, wow, I'm sorry. Wow, Pete. Tough shit. That's called, censorship. That's, like really unflattering. That's it. And I've just do the thing about the censorship. That's the worst part. I don't give a fuck if they're worried about the way he looks. That's the least of our problems. Okay? And then also, let's end with this. First Lady Melania Trump told the crowd at a White House Women's History Month event, as a visionary, this is Melania Trump says this, as a visionary, I know success is not born overnight. The self-described humanitarian philanthropist and entrepreneur said her achievements stem from her ability to follow my passion and always maintain a laser focus. Thank God. Thank God we got a first lady as sharp as she is. I got nothing except to read what they say and then stand back and let it just fly in the air. Good God. Okay? The judge said, the Pentagon restrictions on the press is unconstitutional. There's a reason for that. And there's a reason that I've read all of the rants you're going to be hearing today, and I hope you enjoy every one of them. Let me just tell you, it's a privilege and a pleasure, as always, to spend time with you, and that you allow me to go on and on and on like this. And, I don't know how many of you are listening or what's going on out there, because I don't really look at the numbers. Occasionally I do, and I think, wow, are there really enough people to sustain this? And part of me doesn't care. I really enjoy doing this, and Sammy has calmed down now. Calmed down because he knows he's going for a walk soon. Nope, there he goes. Just a few more words from Sammy. And just a few more words from Sammy! Sammy! Oh, well. I hope you have a great week. I hope we can get through it without it being insane, sad, and maybe the airports will run again. Big accident last night up at LaGuardia, but that had nothing to do with the TSA, because now we're just interested in bashing ourselves. Air Canada, no less, probably and hit by an emergency vehicle, probably sent by ICE. Who knows? Oh, they're bringing in Canadians. Let's go after it. It's sad. I mean, it's terrible what happened. But I'm sure it was Joe Biden's fault, and I'm going to shut up now. Okay? I'm going to shut up. It's time for me to say goodbye. Thank you for this time with you. I mean that. And I really hope it's a calm and a quiet week for you. Here's one from Robert Perkowski, and he's definitely got a reason to rant. The VA recently rated my disability at 30% for my knee and 60% for my shoulder. I asked my second grader grandson what 30 and 60 add up to. He got it right at 90%, but not the VA. They come up with 72.4% and pay me at the 70% rate. Our government is not smarter than a second grader, let alone a fifth grader. I'm not ungrateful, but the difference between 90% and 70% in terms of dollars and cents is significant. I was dismissed from my job and am unable to secure gainful employment because of my physical limitations. So every extra shekel is important. But our lovely Republican congressmen wanting to give more tax breaks to the corporations and the wealthy. Now they want to limit capital gains taxes, not for the disabled who are selling their homes to make ends meet, but rich fuckers, so they can create jobs. Bullshit. The only thing the trickle-down economies trickle down is shit and piss. If you disagree with this fact, then you are even dumber than Ted Cruz and Donnie Diapers put together. Thus endeth the lesson. Yep, it's an important lesson, Robert, and everybody who's been put in your position should stand up and say it, and in order to drown out the voices of those who sit at the table. Unbelievable. And for years, from the very beginning, I did the joke about Ronald Reagan and trickle-down economics, and Dean Stockman, I said that, the trickle-down economics is you pee in your pants and then put a cup at the bottom of your pants and wait for like 5 drops to come down. You nailed it on the head. It's bullshit. Here comes one from Spencer S., one that I'd never heard before, but it's upsetting. Fuck pastry boxes. Who in the sweet love of dirty fucking ball gags decided it was a good idea to put pastries and baked goods in boxes that have the structural integrity of the diarrhea from a syphilitic raccoon? God forbid the box gets even the slightest bit squeezed or compressed, and those precious treats get turned into smushed fucking shit patties of misery and longing for what could have been. We don't need fucking gun-proof safes or anything. Just a box that doesn't collapse in on itself if something weighing more than a strand of hair from a mongoose's asshole happens to touch the top of the box. This is bullshit, and it needs to change. All right, Spencer. So sorry to hear that you've been having trouble getting your pastries home, but I understand. I have it with pizza here. It just slides along. They cook it, and then it slides enough that the stuff slides off the crust. Oh, the pain of our existence, certainly mine, but I can understand it. I love it when there are things that I just had never thought to yell about. Here's one from Mildred Ellison, who I mentioned her name from time to time. She's just passing on some information. She writes pretty much every week, idiot, every week. And she's always got something to say or some information to pass on. And this one I had not heard. Trump to Latin American leaders, I'm not learning your damn language. Holy fuck, are you fucking kidding me? That diaper defecating kid, fucking lion-ass orange piece of third-eye excrement, couldn't string a coherent sentence together in English if his life depended on it. I'm not learning your damn language. Thank you, Mildred. I did not know he said that, but it really, it's just beyond belief. Just beyond belief. This, I think, came in I'm not sure if it came in when, but it did come in when I was in London, Ontario, and in Battle Creek, but I don't think it was from there, and I didn't want it to get lost. Barry Yates, because another one of these things, wow. You just go, wow, these are just, what upsets people is spectacular. Lewis, my biggest gripe in my senior years is motherfucking lava. Now, stay with me now. And its devastating effects on dipshit Turons. For your listener, the term Turons refers to tourists who are morons, and lava is, well, fucking lava. One is dumb as fuck, and the other is hotter than an angry, persistent, godforsaken hemorrhoid. It never ceases to amaze me how often the two intersect. I've been lucky enough to have seen both eruptions and lava flows as close as at an arm's length. And take it from me, if you park your rental car too close, that shit will peel the paint right off that fucker. Turons as a group, though, seem to have a common belief that all scientific facts should be ignored, so they can walk away with that one fucking classic viral video or treasured jackass selfie. Why in the fucking world do they think buffalo love to be petted? How hot can a hot spring be? Moose are so cute. Do rental cars float? If I fall into the Grand Canyon, will I fucking die? And that grizzly looks so goddamn cuddly. I'll bet that will be a classic selfie. I mean, what the proverbial fuck? My guess is that in ancient times, when they're about to throw a goddamn virgin into a volcano, she wasn't thinking, I wonder how fucking hot that is. A quick editor's note. There's no evidence whatsoever that the virgin sacrifices drop F-bombs, but who the fuck really knows? Now, speaking of lava, some Turons want to get as close as is humanly possible for that selfie. It's 2,000 fucking degrees. Are you shitting me? Here's a fun fucking fact. It burns every goddamn thing in its path, including houses, cars, palm trees, boats, asphalt, and fucking Turons. Also, if you believe every volcano movie you've ever seen, it invariably hideously melts screaming individuals on their way to an almost certain fucking death. I've always wondered if that smells like chicken on the Barbie. It gives new meaning to the term flaming asshole, since it is rarely the hero that fries. So there's no reason to pause on gulping down that buttery heart attack in a bucket fucking popcorn. Now, If for some idiotic reason you step on lava, your shoe will sizzle, followed shortly thereafter by your fucking feet. And yes, holy fuck, it's dangerous. When it drifts over land, it's time to leave. Except for a young mother and her 7-year-old daughter I passed. Mom, the fog is burning my eyes. Look at the ground, honey. Seriously, if that isn't the actual definition of what the fuck, I don't know what is. I hate fucking lava, but not nearly as bad as the she'll be okay Turons. Hope the kid made it through and was eventually adopted by real fucking parents. The end. Thank you, Mr. Yates. I've enjoyed that immensely. It is kind of amazing, isn't it? Really, truly amazing. Thank you. A quickie rant. All of these new drugs advertised on TV say, don't take name of drug if you are allergic to it. Okay. Just one minor question, Big Pharma. How the fuck are we supposed to know we are allergic to a drug that didn't exist until recently? And please give your nerdy liability attorney a big bonus this Christmas. He or she is a genius. Thank you for that, Bob. Yeah. And every time I watch it, it's like, maybe you give it to your friends. Let them try it and see if maybe if they're not allergic to it and you're not allergic to the same things, then it'll be just swell. From Andy P. I work for a power distribution company, and that is equivalent to who you pay your power bill to. Let's talk about your fucking power outage. I know the world revolves around you and your damn family's problems, but we are doing the best we can. There's always a reason why you need power more than anyone else. Oh, really? I had no idea your 95-year-old pregnant grandmother is without power. Oh, she's on oxygen and needs power for her oxygen extractor. If only they made a tank that holds oxygen for when you need it. Oh, my God. You need power to charge your phone and your kid's phone so he doesn't kill everyone in sight. Yes, I'm doing my best to restore the power issues you are experiencing. Why is your power out? Oh, it might be the drunk motherfucker that ran into a pole. Oh, you work from home and need power to do your job in the middle of a fucking hurricane? Well, fuck me running. I'm shit at my job and will do my best to get up to par before I go for my next diploma. Hope it comes soon, Andy. Dealing with the public is no joy. That's why that's why I stand on stage and yell. Thank you. Thank you. Here's one I hadn't heard from Mark U. So here's something that pisses me off. School buses. Whenever I'm driving into work or coming home, I'm always stopping for the school bus because of the red flashers. Hey, it's the law and I'm all for safety. But could someone tell these kids to hurry it up? There's like 20 people waiting for you to get your crap and get off the bus. The worst is when they're parents who want to have a conversation with the bus driver. It's like, hey, look around. Can't you see all these people sitting here polluting the air because you want to have a friendly chat? Then they get pissed at me when I honk my horn. Oh, I'm sorry, Ashley, but I've been driving a half hour and I don't want to wait another half hour because you and the bus driver want to spill the tea with all the gossip or talk about how your little spawn is such a good kid. If you want to have a long chat, go to the frickin' Starbucks or, for fuck's sake, turn off your fucking red flashers so we can all go around and go about our day. A bus stop should take 30 seconds at the most, not 5 minutes. You made your point, Mark. I'm sure there are a lot of parents around who will be pissed to hear it. Or maybe not. We will see. Seul. I just watched Donald Trump talk about the soldiers who died for his new war and comments on our enemy, the now dead leader of Iran. I noted that in some ways, Trump is like Abe Lincoln. For example, I have an ancestor lying in a grave at Gettysburg. Abe thanks such men for giving that last full measure of devotion. I feel safe in saying that my ancestor didn't really want to give that last little bit of devotion he was being thanked for. But this is a president's job, to talk about people that can't respond. It may have been that my grandfather's grandfather didn't have shoes, enough food, or the proper utensils to eat the food he didn't have. His sacrifice, Lincoln termed a last full measure of devotion. I call it an expensive pair of shoes. When Lincoln said this, it was too late to get my ancestor's response, since his head was in 9 pieces and his esophagus was at the bottom of a creek. For some reason, this is not a reciprocal phenomenon. So far as I know, nobody made a speech thanking Lincoln for his final devotion to the theater. But I hope you can see the parallels between Trump and Lincoln. Well, there is a small difference. Lincoln said there was slavery by and of Americans, which was true, and Trump said it didn't happen. The 2020 election was stolen. Epstein was not his friend. Nobody attacked the Capitol. The economy is doing great. Russia was not involved in his first election, which were all lies. But I hope you can overlook this small distinction and be, for some reason, optimistic. Matt, that is an extraordinary stretch of logic that I enjoyed. Thank you very much. Thank you. Here's one from somebody's last name that I don't really believe. And if it is, it's spectacular. Leslie Ann Agoraphobia. Let me thank you for this, lest I forget. Please, advertisers, just stop trying to sell me everything under the goddamn sun. Every fucking minute of every fucking day. Call centers, junk mail, billboards, magazines, commercial breaks, on the radio, on the TV, at the movie theater, flyers on the car, newscasters and sports announcers, shilling products along with the fucking scores, infomercials, so long I forgot what I was watching. Running ads around the soccer field, texts, constant agendas, building brands, podcasts with paid sponsors. Cripes, it just never fucking ends and I'm sick of it. Stop. There is so much incessant, vapid noise and distraction with emails, AI, internet, social media, fake news, sound bites, uninformed opinions. People can't put a complex thought together other than a side hustle. Hooking up, playing games, gambling addictions, trivializing sex for profit. It is no wonder we have a dying planet. Endless wars and crass, grifting, incompetent bigot running the country. Son of a bitch. Cut it the hell out. I don't think it'll happen tomorrow, Leslie Ann. But thanks for sharing your pain. John Doherty. Here you go, John. My wife says I have an anger problem. I'll admit I'm angry most of the time, but I don't see it as a problem. Especially when it comes to those fucking bumper stickers that say, "Student driver, please be patient." Fuck them. When I see one of those bumper stickers, it takes every ounce of strength to not run these assholes off the road and into a ditch. I have the overwhelming urge to piss on their burning corpses as I laugh and say, "You should have learned faster." But that's not the worst part. I see people all the time driving cars with that bumper sticker, and there's no kid in sight. The parent just drops them off at high school, then leaves the bumper sticker on the car. They're magnetic, dickhead. Pull the fucking thing off when you are driving. Well, you are a little angry, John. I've never heard anyone screaming about student drivers. Wow. And wanting to piss on their corpses. That's some day you had. Wow. I hope that helped. I really do. I do hope it helped. And I hope it helped some of our friends out there. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me. Aha, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.